Okay, we're back and we should be good to go. I just started a video and my phone kept telling me to rotate, but then when it finally stopped telling me to rotate it, the comments were sideways and you guys were seeing me sideways. But then I had to hop off. I had to go, you know when your phone auto updates itself, like you shut it off at night. Well, I shut off my phone every night. I don't sleep with my phone on. Much better, yeah. So I shut off my phone every night, and when I turn it on, sometimes it does its own update, and it turns things off. Like my settings get funky, and it wasn't on auto rotate anymore, so I had to go into my settings and make sure it was on auto rotate. So now we good. How is everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. So, yay. Hey guys, I am not feeling 100%, but I was just saying on... Good now. Good. Love from Washington. Love back from New Jersey. So I've been battling, I feel like a cold or something that I picked up at Visit. Adam picked up the exact same thing, except I'm lucky enough to have things like zinc where I can fight it, and he doesn't have anything to really help except to try to flush it out with water, tap water from a prison. But he's really struggling with it, which is terrible. Hey, Jess. So I got a question. So I'm not feeling 100%. I was going to film videos today, but I decided to wait until tomorrow because I just don't even feel well enough to like glam myself up. So I haven't really caught it, but I'm fighting. I've had this like crazy sick headache since Thursday, and it's not like a migraine. It's literally the headache you get when you're getting sick. You know what I mean? So, but that's like it. I'm not down and out. Today was jam-packed. I went to Costco, which was a mistake. Who goes to Costco the Saturday before Thanksgiving? Let me tell you a little story while we're waiting for people to hop on, and then I'll go to this question that I got, and then I'll answer whatever questions you guys have. But I put my bag, my purse, in the cart where a child would normally sit. Let me show you my bag, okay? This is my very obviously inspired, we won't say fake, but it's fake, Louis Vuitton bag, okay? Fake, all the way fake. You can tell by the handles, by everything. I paid $25 for that bag. I don't know if it's the fact that this woman thought it was a Louis Vuitton. I have no idea. It is F-A-K-E, like obvious, okay? So I have my bag where the child sits, where most people put their bag, my little coffee next to it. And I go to grab something off of one of the shelves, and I realized my cart was kind of sticking out and angled in the aisle, and the store was jam-packed. And I really can't stand when people do that. I think it's rude. Like, there should be grocery store etiquette classes that people should take before you're allowed to shop anywhere, because people are rude. They stop in front of you, they leave their carts in the aisles. But I was like a half rude person today. So I turned around to, oh, I love you back. I turned around to straighten my cart, and there was a woman standing there. She had just come up the aisle, and I said, I'm so sorry. And I said it nice. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she goes, you're gonna be sorry when somebody takes that bag. She had a point, right? My bag's in the cart, my back's turned. But isn't that sad that that's the world we live in? First of all, that's the world we live in, that people are going to steal your bags out of Costco. And second of all, that was the way that she reacted when somebody said, I am sorry. There's a gazillion different ways that she could have told me that understandable, very logical statement. Oh shoot, sorry guys, I totally forgot to shut off my notifications. But she had to choose to say it that way. Exactly. Why would she catch an attitude for no reason? Maybe because my cart was in the middle of the store. I have no idea. It wasn't really in the middle of the aisle either. It was like sideways. Anyway, totally redeemed though, because I've talked about this guy that works at Costco on so many other videos. Not the guy that was complimenting my eyes on the way out last time. This is years ago. I actually went in the Costco parking lot and I made a Facebook Live about this man, because everybody needs to be like this man. I will literally go in his line when I'm checking out, even if it's double as long, and wait double the amount of time as if I could have walked up to somebody else's checkout aisle and gone, because he is that amazing and positive and sweet, and like you just leave with positive vibes. Like he'll be like, have a blessed day, blah blah blah. So, and it's just like you get that energy from him, right? So he was running the self-checkout today, and I go up, and he was like, and he recognized me, because last time I was there was right before the prisoner family conference in October, and I just needed something really quick out of electronics, and it was at the end of the night. I had left work, went to the gym, ran to Costco really quick, and his aisle, he had one person, but his light was off, and he's like, come here, honey. And I said, oh, are you closing? It's okay. And he's like, no, I got you. And I was like, let me tell you something. And I told him about how I wait in his aisle, because why not inspire somebody and make them feel good about themselves? So he said, oh, thank you. I was like, you really are a sweetheart. So ever since then, he's been like extra kind to me. So he's like, come on, my love. And he's like, let's do this together. And he takes his little scanner and he really quickly scans everything in my cart for me. He goes, there you go, we're done. And so I paid, and he goes, have a blessed Thanksgiving, have a blessed day. And I'm like, oh, that made the nasty handbag bandit all better. Like, don't be the old hag, mean lady. Be more like that guy. The end. So I have a question from one of you guys that I want to answer. I thought it was such a good question, and I lived through it too. I didn't bring my iPad, so I'm not going to read it. I'll just kind of paraphrase it. And it's one of those situations where I've gotten the same type of question 3 or 4 times in the past 2 or 3 weeks, so it's something that I want to address. Basically, she was like, I know that we all usually fight our own families about being in these relationships. They can't understand it. I have a video back, if you just scroll through my videos, where I talk about my struggles with my own family and how I personally deal with that. Hey, honey. And I think it's called something like what my family really thinks about me being with a lifer. So if you haven't watched that and you're kind of struggling with this, it's not just about being with a lifer. It's basically like being with somebody in prison. Go back and watch that one. Hey, everybody hopping on now. So she also said, we're fighting against the world, or there's red flags because inmates get a bad rap. She said, but I'm so insulted because my new boyfriend's mother told him that she's very skeptical of me. Like, why would some normal woman on the outside want to get involved with somebody, especially somebody who's a long-termer or a lifer? And she's like, now, after a few weeks, she's like, I was really hurt by that and insulted by that, but now she told him she wants to build a relationship with me. She said, so 1, I don't know if I want to, and 2, she said, I don't know how to address her if I choose to do so. Do you have any advice? Girl, I do. I've been there. I think that anybody who is with anybody in prison and their parents are involved is going to face something like this at some point or another. And here's my advice. Take steps out of your own shoes, okay? That's reality. Like, why would somebody want to be with a man in prison? That's what the outside world thinks, right? Just like inmates get a bad rap, there's a stigma against them and they can be playing you. Same. And they have to prove themselves to us and our families. Adam says it all the time. Adam's an amazing person, and I can say that until I'm blue in the face. But it's up to Adam to prove to my family when he comes home that he's a changed man. He's not the little boy that my parents is that the word? Had forbidden me to see when we were young. So he says that. I don't say that. I will defend him tooth and nail like a pit bull because that's the type of loyal person that I am. But he says it all the time. It's up to me to prove to your family that I'm changed. Well, it's the same thing here. There's a stigma against prison wives. There's a stigma against women who want to be with men on the inside. There's a stigma against men who want to be with women on the inside. Women who want to be, it doesn't matter. There's a stigma with people on the outside who want to be with somebody on the inside. It's up to you to break that mold, to prove to them with your actions. That's something that time will heal and actions will heal. To his mom, about addressing it, here's me personally. You have to do you and what makes you happy. Yeah, you made a live stream. I wouldn't say anything about that because all it's going to do is make you come in, make her defensive, right? Make her come in like, oh, this chick thinks she's something else. I personally would ignore it. I wouldn't address it. And I would let my actions speak for themselves. I know I'm a genuine person. I don't need to prove that to anybody because I know that my actions will prove that over time. Adam's mom was very skeptical of me when I came back around. I hadn't met Adam's mom before, back when we were young. We never met. She just wasn't around all the time. She worked her butt off to keep Adam in New Jersey and to give him the life that she tried to give him. So she was never around. She was not around a lot. So I never met her. The first time I met her was after he was already inside. And she was like, what? Like, why? I get it. Now this has nothing, and over time, like, here's the thing. I went to visit with Adam's mom once the first time I met her. After that, we were on, not vacation, we had to go to an event together. Earlier this week, I think it was Monday, I posted a video with Adam. We were talking about the funniest thing that happened to him on the inside, and he talked about how his mother and I went to a conference where he was supposed to speak. We went together and we had to speak on his behalf because the BOP, even though they approved it all, the very last minute they pulled the plug and they wouldn't let them speak live. They wouldn't even let them speak on a delay. So his mom and I kind of had to rush, get plane tickets, get a hotel room, go down there. So I was baptism by fire, I guess. We had to spend the week together, or the long weekend together. I don't remember what it was. And so we just talked. I didn't have anything to hide. I let her ask me questions. I asked her questions, and we got to know each other. And that's what it is. Now, excuse me, sorry guys, I'm fighting something. I've known women who get really upset and defensive. I had a friend in the past who would get mad at him, like, your family is not calling me back. Why is your mom not like me? You can't force somebody to like you. You can't force a relationship with somebody in life. Not just prison life, prison wife life, whatever. You have to let that naturally happen and organically happen. And if it doesn't happen in a natural way, it's not meant to be, and that's cool. Not everybody is everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody gets along. But in trying to force it and pitting him between you guys and having it be like, your mom doesn't like me, you need to make it, you need to fix it, that's only going to make things worse. Give it your best shot. Be yourself. Let time take care of that. And if you don't build a relationship, if it's not there, it's not there. I'm going to tell you something else too, and then I'll move on and answer your questions. There are a lot of times that women, mothers, not a lot of times, I think 100% of the time, if a woman's son or daughter goes to prison, if a woman's child goes to prison, she questions herself. What did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? This is my fault. How did I make it my fault? Where in his youth did I mess up when I was raising him? I think that question always happens. And let's be 100% real here. Unless you're in a romantic relationship with somebody on the inside, you're not giving 150% to them. You're probably not doing as much as you could, and you're probably not going as much as you could. Is there an anomaly? Sure. Are there exceptions to every rule? Absolutely. There have been parents that I've seen it visit every single weekend that I've gone, when I used to go every week. But a lot of times these mothers, or some mothers, will start being kind of combative with that woman who comes around and back into his life or whatever, because what that's going to do when she's there to visit all the time, to Google when he needs her, send money, whatever, that shines a light on what that mother didn't do, on her absence, on maybe her negligence, whether it's actual or in her own mind. So she might start trying to make that other woman look bad, or say, plant seeds in his head, because she feels inferior to that woman now, because that woman is either coming to take her little boy or coming to shine a light on the fact that she wasn't there for him as much as she probably wanted to be all along. Those are my thoughts, but basically, in a nutshell, personally, I would not bring it up. I just think that's going to lead everything off on a bad foot. Eventually, once you have a relationship, sure, you might want to address it, but now I would just let your personality speak for itself. Why not try to build a relationship with her? If you plan to be there for the long haul with him, why not? To me, and I have a beautiful relationship with Adam's mom now, but having that relationship helps me to feel closer to him too. Like, we're a team, we're fighting together. So, and we're family, you know? So and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Don't push it, but that's my opinion. Okay. So I'm going to answer some of your questions. Let's scroll. I used to have this boss, when he would say scroll, he'd go scroll, scroll, scroll. So I always want to say that when I scroll. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Watching a live from you makes me feel so much better. I've been in a funk lately. Oh, honey, I'm so happy. That makes me so happy that I make you feel better. Not that you're in a funk. Hopefully I could help. It's the holidays, I'm sure. It's the time of year. Just remember, I'm here for you. And, while we're here, I'm going to ramp up my videos. I think what I'm going to do is, last year I did Vlogmas, where I posted a video every single day throughout December as a gift to you. Those videos, I didn't have editing. I would just like throw the videos up. They were kind of awful. And I'm trying to make my videos better for you guys. I want the quality to be good for you guys. So what I will probably do, no guarantees, no promises, because life is crazy, but I'll probably ramp up, keep my Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, and then ramp up my lives and maybe do those on the days in between, not every day of the week, but more days of the week, so that you guys get a Vlogmas type of experience from me, but I'm not burning myself out, because my poor girls who volunteer on Strong Prison Wives and Families, like January 1st came and I was like, oh, guys, that was a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me know in the comments if you have thoughts or if you want something like that. You're so amazing and inspiring. Thank you, love. I feel like I have to sneeze. Made the list. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. My husband has 15 more years on a 30-year bid. Most of my family doesn't accept it. Willow, I'm so sorry. If you have not, because a lot of mine doesn't either. And my mom passed away during that process. So go back and watch that video. I think it'll really help you. I got bad news last night. My fiance, who's in prison, his mom had a stroke. Positive thoughts and prayers are much appreciated. Thank you. Oh, sweetheart. I am so sorry. My thoughts and my prayers are with you, with him, with the family. Hopefully you were able to get a hold of the chaplain. If you haven't been able to get a hold of him or somebody yet, call the facility, speak to the chaplain. Girl, I needed this video today. Oh, I'm so happy. I was married to James for years and his family asked if I really want to be with him. Oh, mama. Yes, I just got into it with my mom. She told me she wants nothing to do with him or his family. Mind you, I've been with him for 2 years. She just never told me how she really felt. It sucks. Stormy, that's so interesting you say that, because I had a very, very similar experience where my mom, Adam, used to send her cards. It was fine. And then all of a sudden one day she flipped. And I think I know the reasons why. Go back and watch that video. I don't want to make it a reiterate for everybody that was, make it a reiterate. We need like a Roisms book. This is ridiculous, but I don't want to repeat it for people, but it'll help you because we have a very similar experience. I'm going through the same. His family rejects us. Good, you guys, go back and watch that video. Oh, wow. So many people are dealing with the same thing. Wow, then this is necessary. Wow. You know how they say like the message comes when you need it? So that makes me so happy. I haven't told a single family member about my family. I'm sorry. That my husband and I have rekindled our relationships because they will disown me and I'm not ready for that. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You do it when you're ready. You're an adult. You made an adult decision. The only thing is, I'm going to give you a caveat to that, Mandy. Will they disown you because of, and I'm not asking you to answer this. I'm answering this to you for everybody. If your family is going to disown you because of, let's say, something that took place with him in the past, like domestic violence, and he put you in a very bad position, or, you know, the police were called a few times, he hurt you physically, emotionally, whatever, then I think you need to do some soul searching and understand why your family, I'm not saying this is your case, I'm just putting this out there, why anybody's family would disown them for being with a specific person inside. If it's just because he did something wrong in his past and they don't agree with that, that's different. But I always tend to err on the side of, when I give the advice, listen to what your family and the people that you love say and sort through that in your head first before you write them off. They're saying that because they love you usually, unless you have the type of family that has to keep up with the Joneses and what will everybody else think. And that was a lot of what I addressed in my other video, what my family really thinks about me being with a lifer. But just think through what they're telling you. And if he puts you in harm's way, again, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever, then just think through that before you just write them off as, well, they'll just disown me, if that makes sense. His 85% is beginning of November 2022. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just want to... Do you mind answering that highly sensitive question? I do not mind answering at all. Can you just post the question again for me? Oh, Lasan, $5. Thank you so, so much, love. Oh, you guys, right now, that is so appreciated because Adam if you guys haven't watched any of their videos, if this is your first one, first of all, hello, welcome, subscribe so you don't miss a future video. But we're doing a huge push right now to help Adam come home. And so we filed paperwork. We're going to do a big legal update. Adam's just kind of like, I told him about it on our call last night. Can you just kind of sort through your feelings on that and give me some talking points on that? I'll do it, or we could do it together. So he's sorting through that right now. He wanted to kind of be prepared for that video. But basically, a couple videos back, I published a video. It's 4 minutes long, and we're asking everybody to share it, to tweet it at Kim Kardashian, to Kanye, and we're just to Kanye West, to Alyssa Milano, to Winona Judd, John Legend, anybody that you can think of, who, Donald Trump, who, Jared Kushner, who's in criminal justice reform. That would be amazing. And you could share it as many times as you want. You could push it as many times as you want. I would really, really, really appreciate that, because it's time to get eyes on his case. So that video is at bit.ly/freeadamvideo. And a couple videos back tells you how we're doing a whole contest around it. We'll show you. So the reason I'm bringing that up with Mama Lasanne's sweet super chat is because everything that comes through these videos goes, or anything that comes through like YouTube, I make like a few cents on ads and stuff, goes to promoting Adam's petition, bringing him home, and all that stuff. So I am so super grateful, and so is Adam. Hit the like button, yay, and subscribe. Thank you so much, Jody, for saying that. Bless you, thank you. How can I try to build a relationship with my mother-in-law? She doesn't speak English. There's no one to help communicate besides for him. Oh, Georgette, that's such a good question. Do you have any friends who are bilingual? Is there somebody on maybe Invisible Shackles that could help you? You could always, I know it's kind of cheesy, but you could use Google Translate to help when you're together. You could also hire translators. Maybe you can find somebody on Fiverr, Fiverr. I am sure that you can find somebody to help translate for you, or you could just do like the sign language thing. Like my grandmother did not speak English. I don't speak Italian, and we could still communicate. Just you know, like my best friend's daughter is deaf. Like we communicate through this. Do you want this? Do you want that? You know, like it's hard. Of course, it's hard. But I would say to get to know each other, get somebody to, whether that be hiring somebody. Like I used to have a friend at work who spoke a few different languages, and people would hire her to translate. So just look for that online. Fart Historian is his name. 48 people are watching this right now, and only 2 thumbs up. If you're watching this right now, please hit that like button. Thanks, Jody. Yay, Kelly, you're here. You needed some rotivation. I love that you call it that. I still need to make a rotivation t-shirt. If you guys want some rotivation merch like that, just give me a thumbs up in the comments, and I will work on that one. You mentioned you're a highly sensitive person. Can you tell us how it's affected your relationship with Adam? If so, how do you manage being so sensitive? That is such a great question. So I'll kind of answer it here. And then one of my beautiful friends over here sent me a video, a documentary that I actually, when I'm cleaning the house later, I'm going to put headphones in and listen to. I just haven't had a chance. It's been really busy this week, but it's all about being a highly sensitive person and how to deal with that. So once I know I missed super chats, you guys, because they're $16. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'll scroll through and I'll get them because I need to shout you guys out. Okay. So I will go back and I'll make a video with what I learned from that. But as far as my relationship with Adam, see, I think every highly sensitive person is different. I know in your email, you said to me that you cry all the time, and I think you said like he like refers to you like as being a baby. I'm not a crier. I say that and I cry in my videos all the time, but like if I'm fighting with Adam or something like that, I don't cry. Like I'm a tough I'm very weird because I'm very highly sensitive, but I'm going to try my hardest to hide my emotions from you. I think like I live in the Northeast. I don't know if it's a Northeast thing. I don't know if it's an Italian thing. I don't know if it's a family thing. I don't know if it's everything all merged in together. A generational thing. I don't know, but I will not. It's very hard for me to show vulnerability. That's why these videos have helped me so much. But I notice with me, like if we're talking on the phone, this happens a lot, even at visit, and he says something like, you know, he pushes me, I feel myself, I've done this ever since I was a child, and I don't like it about myself, and I try to fix it, but it's just something you have to work through. Anyway, I freeze. I literally freeze, and I can't speak. and I can't move. And it's like, oh my God. It's part of, I think, being raised by very strict parents. I'll leave it at that. But like, I'm like, oh my God, he's mad at me. Oh my God. I literally can't talk. So I think with Adam, he's very, very, very good because he's very in tune with me being very sensitive. So he will back off. And once I can kind of get a voice after I'm like that for a minute, I tend to go into like either like a baby for a couple minutes or a bitch, excuse the language, but then I get kind of snippy with you. So I just, in my relationship, I know that's my personality. I consider it a flaw. So I just work through it. There's times where I have to apologize and tell him, I'm sorry, it's in my makeup. But as far as it hurting my relationship or how I've worked through it in my relationship, is you have to push past those uncomfortable points, right? You're sensitive, you're sensitive, you have to tell him you're sensitive, and then just tell him how you want him to treat you. Listen, that's it's making me crazy. Can we just like slow down? Or I need a breather. This is cheese ball, but it works. Like, have a safe word. Like, if you're feeling really, really sensitive and he's pushing you and you're gonna freeze or you're gonna cry, or it's just like in your head it's too much or overwhelmed, say something. Have a word for him. Have a phrase like, not right now. Or a lot of times I'll say, I need a break, or I'll say, I'm overwhelmed. And that means like, we need to hit pause on this. Give me a minute. We'll come back to this when I'm feeling good and ready, because a lot of my sensitivity revolves around hormones, revolves around if I didn't eat properly that day, if I didn't sleep, because I'm very sensitive to that just because I've been strict with my diet for so many years that my body actually, like, when I don't eat, let's say, enough carbs, or if I skip a couple meals in a row, I'll get really cranky, or if I don't sleep enough. So know your triggers and know when it's okay to come back to something. You might just need to wait 3 or 4 days till your hormones are back to normal to address that subject again when you feel good and ready. You might just need to wait until you have a really good night of sleep till you're good and ready. And I used to follow this girl, a fitness girl online, and she would say all the time, her mother would tell her, never make permanent decisions off of temporary hormones. Never make life's big decisions or have these types of conversations when you're hormonal, because hormonal is going to kick in your sensitivity, your anxiety, your paranoia, your moodiness into overdrive. So I don't know if I answered your question. That's in a nutshell, but let me go watch that documentary, and then I'm going to come back and I will make a dedicated video for you, because actually I kind of feel embarrassed sometimes to admit that. I like to admit my quote unquote flaws, like, or at least what I perceive to be flaws, even though I think sometimes we need character traits. Not sometimes. I think we were all born, I'm definitive in this, I'm confident when I say this, we were all born with our personality traits that we needed to fulfill our purpose in this life, and nobody else on this planet was given all of those traits that you have. You're your own unique person. You're the only person that was born with that set of characteristics, and you were given those to fulfill some grand purpose in this life. And that might sound crazy, but it's also something that I've used to tell myself for a long time when I'm saying, like, I think being a highly sensitive person is a character flaw is I was just from Long Island. I mean, I am, but it came out. Is a character flaw. But a character flaw, what? But if I didn't have that, if I wasn't overly emotional, if I didn't ruminate and play things over in my mind, I probably wouldn't have the skill set to have built Strong Prison Wives and Families, to have built this YouTube channel, to be here to support you every day. So knowing that is going to help you get through being a highly sensitive person, because it's just one of your qualities. I hope that helps. Okay, we'll go through that more another time. Okay. And I was going to say this too. Oh, lots of thumbs up. That's awesome. Okay, we'll do that. So, what was I going to say? Shoot. I don't know. I lost it. You are so in love. I certainly am. To everyone in the U.S., have a happy Thanksgiving. I cry when I'm mad, sad, overwhelmed to the extreme. Just depends on the situation. Yes. Yes, I get it. My glasses are from Target. They were like $15. Not too long ago. You could probably still find them, at least online. Thanks, Lisa, for posting that link, and thank you for getting rid of McFarty pants. It's like, how do you... I don't even know how to take that seriously. Happy Thanksgiving. May God bless you and your family. Beautifuls. Oh, thank you, love. I'm the same, Ro. It's good old Catholic school guilt. Amen, sister. And by the way, I think Mary's going to watch this because she told me last night she watches all my videos, and I'm like, yay! So she texted me last night. She's like, I can make that cult video with you before Christmas. No problem. And I'm like, I really need her on there. First of all, you guys need to meet my like other half. Well, besides Adam, like my soul sister. She's my bestie since we were 7. But I need her because she knows so much more about it than she experienced so much more, we'll say, than I did. Say a prayer for my hubby. He's been battling cancer and now has a lung infection. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Thoughts and prayers for your husband. Absolutely. Free Adam. Yes. Sorry about these texts that are coming through. She said, stupid autocorrect, not to, Ro. You hear me and the way I talk and how fast I talk and this awful Jersey drawl, okay? A lot of times, my phone is so sensitive, so my autocorrects are out of control. So I will voice to text emails to Adam, and I'm Rob, I'm bro all the time. I'm Root, R-O-U-T-E, I don't know how that happens. I'm O-R-O, I'm 2. Don't you worry, it's hysterical. I have BPD and make impulsive, dumb decisions constantly. Stella, so we have a few girls on Invisible Shackles who struggle with BPD too. So you might want to join, if you have a loved one in prison, join Invisible Shackles, because there are some girls who are amazing over there who also have been diagnosed with BPD, who can help you through the emotions of it. And also, having a title on it doesn't make it any less special for you, because you have whatever you needed to have, like I was saying before, in your makeup to fulfill whatever it is in this lifetime that you need to fulfill. I know that sounds a little crazy and gets out there and woo-woo, but I truly believe that and mean that. So don't judge yourself for that. There's a stigma associated with that too. Ignore it. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You earned your name in prison. You earned your name daddy in prison? Tell me more. I get you, Kelly. I love Kelly and Jody and their relationship. Couldn't have said it better. Everyone watching, please click the like. Yes. Am I looking for a boyfriend? Pistol Pete, you're so cute. He's being cute. Don't worry. Do you and Adam have your first kiss while in prison? Was that awkward for it? Did it still feel romantic? I want to make a whole video. Can I make a whole video about that and not answer that? That's a great question, but I seriously want to make a whole video about that, okay? Is that okay? Oh my God, such a cute one. Oh my God, why did I never think about doing that? Happy Thanksgiving, God bless. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Do you think, oh, by the way, unknown creator, Adam and I filmed a video last Sunday where he talked about his scariest thing in prison. Not the scariest thing he's seen in prison, but the scariest experience he had in prison, because that was your question. That was your request. So know that that's coming, probably not Thanksgiving week, the week after, because we're doing a special one for his birthday, which is next Friday. Do you think we should watch prison videos about inmates to educate ourselves? Last time I watched a video of a guy who got jumped in a cell, I feel like it traumatized me. Esmeralda, great question. I don't, for that reason. I think you should do what you can handle. Me personally, I like to watch prison YouTubers to learn. Maybe I should make a video about my favorite prison YouTubers and why I prefer to watch them over prison shows. Do you guys want that? Let's do that instead. But I'm with you 100%. Like, I used to watch Lockup Raw or Lockup or whatever. It was funny, when I was in the hotel room waiting to go see Adam the next day, it would always be on, like on Friday nights, Saturday nights, whatever it was on back then. And it same thing, like it traumatized me, it scared me. It was kind of cool to learn, but learning through the prison YouTubers, I think, is a little bit less traumatic because you're not seeing it with your eyes, if that makes sense. You're welcome, sweetie. Daddy, you need Jesus. Uh-oh, I don't know what Daddy did, but BPD is either borderline personality disorder or bipolar disorder, but usually it's borderline personality. Oh, there it is. I do understand my family, and I know it's out of love. That's why I don't want them to be away. Okay, got it. We want a first kiss video. You got it. Me too, YouTube. Ever hear of After Prison Show and Lockdown 23-1? So I have a really cool interview coming on Monday with Josh from 23-1, his wife, Brittany. We did, because she has her own channel. It's called The Compound 24/7. We actually did a collab for each other's channel. She's a beautiful woman, the epitome of strength. She actually wound up having twins while he was not only away, but he was in the hole. So it's an amazing interview that's coming on Monday. But I love their channels. I love both of their channels. After Prison Show, I believe, is the first prison channel I ever found. And I found Lockdown 23-1 right after that. But yes, I've heard of them. They're great as well. I'll do a whole prison YouTuber video for you guys, but I have heard of them. Thank you, Unknown. Will you do something differently over the holidays since this is your first year since your mom passed away? Sorry for your loss. Thank you. Thank you so much. And actually opposite. So I live in the house I grew up in with my dad. I moved in here to help take care of my mom when she was really ill because I'm the only one that's single, like doesn't have my loved one with me. Everybody else lives with their significant other and their kids. I'm one of 6. So my dad, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, my dad wants to sell this house. It's too much for him to handle. It's too big. There's too many memories. We've been in this house since like the 80s. It's just too much. So my mother always hosted Thanksgiving, and Christmas Day was her jam. It was her biggest thing. My mother was the biggest extrovert in the world, would invite everybody over. It was like an open door policy, decorated top to bottom. So my dad decided this year he wants one last set of holidays in this house because he's trying to sell it in the spring. So my sister is going to come over Thanksgiving, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, because what she did was last year, my youngest sister, maybe my second to last sister too, the 3 of us are really close. She's going to help me decorate because my mom was so ill last year. She couldn't do any of the decorating. So she had Amanda, my youngest sister, come over, who was like in fashion and loves all the girly stuff, to decorate the house. So she knows where everything goes. She knows where she put everything because she came over and she also took it all down. Me personally, this is what I decorate. Like, I love fashion. I love makeup. I love hair. You guys see. But I don't do like house decorations very well. Like when I get my own place, my sisters are gonna have to come over and help me. I know what I like, I just don't put it together very well. So I'm gonna do like a video of the whole house. We're gonna make it, she's gonna make it beautiful. I'll probably do video that day. I'll do some vlog stuff if she'll let me. She doesn't mind, I don't think. But I hope that answers your question. You like both of those shows and Jess. Yes, Jess, Christina, those are the 2 women that I follow. And then Lockdown and APS. There's more, like, and then there's like smaller YouTubers that I love, like Road to Prison is amazing. Jonathan and his wife, what's his channel? Prison Life Inside and Out, Prison Life. There's so many. Let me just make a video for you guys. Caught me for the first time. Yay. I'll share about your husband on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook to remind me. Josh, okay. BPD, thank you so much, by the way. First kids video, okay. Love Brittany. Yeah, she's amazing. And you know when you just like click with somebody, like she's just a beautiful soul. Have you continued to watch Love After Lockup? Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried. I just can't. I just can't. That's it. The end. Love After Lockup puts craziness in my mind. I just can't. Rebecca, we're like that. I can't give them my, like, I can't vote with my rating for them because what that show is doing is putting the stigma out there and like, yes, 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 it's validating it for everybody that's watching it. And then somebody told me recently, actually, one of the girls on the show set up one of my subscribers with the person that she's with, Angie, I think. I don't watch the show, so I don't know the characters. She's like, it's fake, except for, she's like, Angie's crazy. I don't even know who Angie is. That's not me talking badly. You like the show, you want to do the show, you do you, my love. It's not for me. I won't vote for that with my dollars, because I'll tell you why. With 2.2 million, I think, prisoners in the United States, 1 in every 4 women is directly impacted by incarceration. Not all of us are that stigma, where your teachers, where your real estate agents, where your lawyers. I've had friends who were prison wives, lawyers, executives, and companies, and you don't have to be like this fancy title. You could be a stay-at-home mom and killing the game. But we are everywhere. We're not all that stigma. Whatever that stigma is for you, like personally, I've heard ugly, dateless, desperate, uneducated, trashy, whatever. I'm not going to feed into that, because we're not like that. We're not like that, and we need to end this mass incarceration nonsense, not play into it and feed into it for money. I've been asked to do that show 100 times. I've been asked to promote for that show 100 times, as I've been asked to do tons of reality shows and documentaries, because prison life is all the rage right now. There are only 3 or 4 actually that I've helped. I did one myself. I promoted for released on Oprah 60 days in, and then one more. The show hasn't come out yet, and I would have done that one if Adam was coming home, but it was for couples. That's it. I'd get like 5 a week of those, you guys. It just won't do it. Can't wait for that interview. It's coming Monday. I think mine on her channel is Monday. I think she said at 10 o'clock. Hers on my channel is Monday at 7 a.m. Both Eastern time. That would be cool if Joe could interview Adam. I've been trying to reach out to Joe for so long. Actually, I have not been trying to reach out to Joe for so long. I've been wanting to reach out to Joe for so long, but I'm so shy. I'm shy. Oh, Surviving the Prison Wife Life. She's a doll face too. She was on Dr. Oz. Yes. She's a beautiful girl. Do I watch it? Booed. You know what? We were going to do a collab together. He's in Jersey. We were going to go meet in person, and then my mom passed away, and I never followed up with him. I should reach back out to him again, but he's a cool guy. Such a nice guy. Do you ever get slightly upset when prison wives whose husband has short bids complain? Sometimes, but I've learned throughout the years that we're not comparing apples to apples, and let's be real, okay? I'm gonna be real, raw, 100% with you. My bestie Joe, who I've done interviews with before, is very protective. We're protective of each other. So she'll text me sometimes and be like, girl, don't even go look. The worst that I've ever seen was a girl that got, this is when I very first started Strong Prison Wives. It was back in 11 when I was like, on my channel. But she got 3 weeks and she put him there for domestic violence. And then she cried every single day and was like, I can't breathe without him. What am I going to do? That I literally had to make a response video called Suck It Up, Buttercup. And I refilmed that video twice. I could do it again. Actually, I could do like a 2019 version. But I share that link a lot. It's not that I'm jealous. It's not that I need to stay in my lane. You have your lane. It's not apples to apples. You get what you get. You don't get upset. That was a video I made, but sometimes it's ridiculous. Like, you're crying about 3 weeks. Weeks, guys, not months. I did not say that wrong. 3 weeks. So that's ridiculous. So I share that video with those people. Lockdown 23-1 is too hot. I can't watch it. That's hysterical. I have to tell Brittany. 36 years old, discharged, long way. Keep me in your prayers. Will do, mister. I saw a video with one of the girls on after lockup. She basically tells us how fake it all is. Wow. Are you still going to do a video about outfits and backups? I'd really like it. Of course. Yeah, I actually was waiting for online orders that just came last week. I have to wash all that because when you get the cheap stuff, it comes like really dusty, probably out of their warehouse or something. It makes my allergies crazy. I can't even try it on without having like a sneezing attack. So that's actually all in the wash today. But to hold you guys over, I have a video that I did last year called maybe like Bougie on a Buzz It, Winter Visit Outfits. I would wear all that stuff still. I do wear all that stuff still. I have some updates because there's like some over the knee boots in there and like stuff that I don't wear all the time anymore, but go back and watch that. I think I posted that last December. That has some good outfits just to hold you over. I'll put that in the communities tab if you can't find it when you scroll back, or just search my videos for like outfits. And then I will, just to hold you while I make that one, because I've got some good stuff for this winter. Everything was probably under $20. You're strong. I don't have anyone inside, but I love you, and I learned so much from your channel. And I'm so behind you and Adam. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Have you ever talked to people with death row loved ones in prison? Yes. I have a very good friend who has a loved one who is on death row. She's amazing. She does a lot of videos on our Patreon. She can't come on YouTube because she's in the closet at her job. But if you follow our Patreon page, you'll see some... Wait, Lisanne, are you still on here? Angela does Patreon videos? Anyway, I'm pretty sure. And it's patreon.com/SPWF. And that's where you'll see some more stuff, like that kind of stuff, about things that I can't talk about on here, and people like that who can't put their face out publicly online. So that's, yes. And there are a few death row girls on our Invisible Shackles page. Yep, 3 weeks, and she couldn't breathe. Please rethink a Joe interview. There are so many others to do with. Text me. How does signing the free Adam petition work? Is this something that's heavily beneficial for your case? Asking for a reason. Okay, Holly, why don't you email me and we'll talk, because that sounds like something like specific that you don't want to say. So, can you email me strongprisonwives@gmail.com if you don't want to say it here? Hi, Ro. I've been trying to catch you live. I have a question about what to expect when your loved one is coming home. Mine is due home in 7 days, and I'm excited. Hot mess about it, though. Perfect. So that video with Brittany that's coming out with Josh's wife, Brittany, the compound 24/7, she talks all about that. I asked her specifically to come on the channel because of that, because she has that experience where I don't. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday morning, 7 o'clock, that's going to post. Watch that video. She is like, I'm like, yes, girl, yes. Total, like, knowledge bombs. Yeah, okay, so Lisanne said that the girl from death row, there are a whole bunch that are going up for her over the next 2 weeks. And if you guys follow us on Patreon, and there's more like behind the scenes stuff that I can't talk about here, I'll make those videos there. It's hard for me to like differentiate between what to put up here and what to put there. So if you have like more personal questions for me, let me know and we'll do those videos there. What's the difference between an inmate register number and a plain inmate number? Nothing. It's the same thing. Okay, I missed live chats, guys. Who did I miss live chats from? Hold on, I don't want to miss live chats. Super chats, I mean, not live chats. These are all live chats. See how technically gifted I am? Not. Who did I miss super chats from? Sorry, guys. Is there a way that I could see that during the video? Just that? Do you love when I talk to myself live on video? Let me tell you, so we got Brittany coming on Monday. Make sure you watch that. Then Wednesday, I have... Oh, Jody, thank you. There's one. Love you, girl. Thank you for the $2. I got Lisanne. There it is. Thank you, Gina. Love you. Girl, I owe you. Oh, keep it up. I love that little sticker. I never saw those stickers before. Thank you for doing that. And I have been meaning to text you all day because I saw your comments this morning. I didn't answer any comments on YouTube since like 8 o'clock this morning. And I owe you an email. I have not been ignoring you. I went to visit last weekend, and then it's been slammed at work with end of the year stuff. So please know that I'm not ignoring you. There's so much in that email that I need to respond to. Ashley, thank you. Love you, girl. I just watch your videos every day just to keep me sane. Oh, thank you. Gina Moore, I can't change the amount. Come home, Adam. Oh my God, thank you so much, girl. All right, I hope I'm getting them all. And there's Lisanne. Okay, so I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I so apologize. I'm sorry. I should do something like, you know how Jess has all the names of people on the wall behind her? I should do something with my super chat people. I just film in a different spot all the time, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Tip. Oh, we like tips. Ladies, not every man wants to talk about his experiences in the penitentiary. The men who have done real hard time will often not talk about nor reminisce about their experiences, trust me. Okay, first of all, thank you for that. If you want to talk about yours, and I'm not telling you you have to because of what you're saying, but please email me and we'll get you on here. That's exactly right. Somebody reached out to me and asked for the scariest thing. Adam, a couple people have asked me to ask Adam for the scariest thing that he's seen inside. And he was like, well, first of all, legally, I don't think I could talk about that because he was in the pen for 10 years before he moved down to a medium. He goes, and second of all, he's like, there are things that are better left in the past that I do not want to rehash or relive. And I'm going to take it one step further, okay? There's things that I don't want to know. Because if I knew, I would be a paranoid, anxious mess all day, every day. It's bad enough that I'm already worried about him. I don't need to worry about the stuff that he's seen, like the very violent, scary, battlefield, no way disrespectfully to anybody, but type of stuff that he's been exposed to. Why do I want to know that? So both of us can be anxious? So both of us can have PTSD? It's already hard for him. So thank you for that, because that is genius. And I truly value the opinions of people who've done it on the inside and can not talk about it like you said, can't talk about their experiences, but can give us tips like that. Because I've never been inside. I've just supported somebody inside for so long. So thank you. Okay. Never apologize. No need. Love you. So flippin' busy too. I understand. Oh, I love you too, girl. Okay. Does anybody have anything else before we go? Every single day. Will you email me strongprisonwives@gmail.com if you want? Totally understandable. Okay, before we go, I'm looking around my car. I got my car washed today, and it's usually a very good place, but they sold the place to somebody else. They have new owners, and they did a crap job. I mean, let's be real. They did a decent job, good enough that like my backup cam, I couldn't see out of it because of all the salt and the sand from driving to Bradford, from driving 6 hours last weekend. So obviously that was clean. You don't realize how much you lean on that when you've had it for so long. So, and I think all cars have it now, right? Like, isn't that a law that at least where I'm from, I think all cars are supposed to have it, new cars. So I couldn't see out of it. So I can see out of it now. It's good. But the inside of my car, like, they didn't do the best job. And there's still like bugs and stuff on the front of that car. On the front of that car. No. On the front of this car. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. What's 85% dropping down lower? Is that something that's happening? So I think what she's talking about is the First Step Act. Federal inmates. It's not that they were given extra time. It's just that they weren't being given the time that they were supposed to get from day one for so long. So they literally passed a law. They passed a law to say, you have to do this. You have to do this law that's been in, like, from the beginning of time. This law has been instilled from the beginning of time, but they had to pass a law to say to follow it. Lord, I think that's what she means, though. Because I think, so one of my best friends is a mathematician, literally has like 3 degrees in math, and I used to room with her. Our husbands were together. We met at Visit, and we became really, really good friends. So we used to room together, and she was like, the way that it's not necessarily their fault, the way that the algorithm was set up to calculate their good time, which is the 85%, was off, because she knew when her husband told her his good time, she's so smart with math that she's like, that's not 85%. So they had to pass a law to change that. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. What does the wrench thing mean? So what the wrench is, sweetheart, is that the people whose names are in blue and who have a wrench are moderators, so they could delete the comments like from hackers and spammers and all of that stuff. They're just helping out on the channel. Happy Thanksgiving, God bless, back at you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. If you have any more questions, anything else you want me to touch on. I can't believe it's 4:07. I'm gonna go inside. I was planning to lay down for a little while, I'm telling you, I tell you guys this all the time. I get like pepped up and a lot of energy when I do live videos. So I'm gonna go inside and clean and then I'll lay down. So my plans for the holiday, everybody's coming to my dad's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve because they want to do the same thing that we did for my mom when she was here last set of holidays at my dad's house. I've been watching your channel for a while. Can you talk about how you and Adam plan financially for when he gets out? Sending positive thoughts for you and Adam and his release. So are you talking about financially as far as him getting a job or until he gets a job? We're so super blessed. One of Adam's closest friends, if not best friend, right, in the world, is a man that he was incarcerated with in Allenwood many, many, many years ago. His friend's name is John. John started an organization called Hope for Prisoners out in Las Vegas. He already has Adam on his roster. He's like, I need you to come home, man. I need help. So he already has written, like, signature, like, signed piece of paper that he has a job to walk into as soon as he comes home. So we're very blessed. He should be okay. And then as far as me, like, see, here's the thing. I don't know when it's going to happen. So I can't plan for it. Like, I can't just be like, all right, in 2 months, I'm going to quit my job because Adam's going to be home. I don't have a day or a time. So he gets upset with me like, you're not planning. I get it, but how? How do you plan for something that might not ever happen? It's going to happen, but I'm just saying for sake of this, how do you plan for something that might not ever happen? And every time we've been close and I do, I get so crazy depressed. So I can't, and I'm setting myself up for a big, who knows what. But it is, I mean, at this point, what I have nothing else to say for, except for it is what it is. I'm tongue-tied, you guys. I think it's because I'm this cold and this headache. I apologize. Have a good rest of the day, Miss Rowe. Love you too, sweetheart. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hoping and praying for Adam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely want to try to help my loved one get time knocked off. What advice will you give me for the first step you think I should take to head in the right direction? Love you, thank you. So, Georgette, great question. You have to start by researching the laws that he's sentenced under. Now, my advice to everybody is to set up Google alerts surrounding the laws that your husband was sentenced under, his name, stuff like that. I have a video. If you just search my channel, go to videos, hit the search box and search Google alerts. I literally did a screen share and I walk you through step by step how you set up Google alerts. I live and die and breathe by my Google alerts. That's how I found Adam's clemency attorney, okay? Because I have Google alerts set up for things like mandatory minimum sentence, 924C, which is the law Adam's sentenced under, Adam Clausen, Roe Clausen. So anytime something's posted on the internet about the law he's sentenced under and things that are changing, blah, 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 then I will get an email to my inbox about it. Anything that's posted on the internet. And you could set if you want it daily, weekly, whatever, in the real time. So that's the first thing that I suggest. And then second is nobody, according to Adam, this isn't even from me, nobody should know his or her case better than him, and then second you, because you're him or her on the inside, and then their loved one on the outside is their biggest advocate. You need to know their case inside and out. Everyone's like, you sound like a lawyer when I talk about Adam's case. It's not that I know. I should never be a lawyer. I don't know anything about law, but the law that I know about is Adam's case. I could tell you inside, outside, backwards, forwards. I've read up and read up and read up, because to help advocate for him, I need to know that stuff. I need to arm myself with that stuff. Is it easy? Hell no. Reading law is like reading Chinese if you don't have a background to it. But you just have to keep learning it and researching it and asking questions and learning it and knowing it. And then from there, you could figure out what your next steps are. I don't know anything about your case, so I can't give you specific answers, but that is my advice on your first steps. 1, set up Google, know what he's charged with, period. Then set up Google alerts. Then start researching the hell out of those laws and figure out what's next. Because like 924C, when I first started, there was nothing to help us. And then because I had those Google alerts set up and I started contacting and following organizations around that, like federal laws on Facebook and online and everywhere, I was able to know when things were happening, when things were coming to fruition, when a bill was coming to the table, so that I could pass it along to everybody I knew who was involved in this, anybody that I could reach to sign those petitions, to send letters, to show public support to help change that unfair law. So that's my advice. Babbly. $4.99, Georgette, I love you too, girl. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks, Jody. And hit the bell for every time. Yeah, so make sure you guys hit the bell, because this way you'll know, like, when I go live, it's not foolproof. I think it's getting better though, because YouTube notifications are a little bit funky. But if you're not subscribed, do that. I don't know why, like, 50% of people don't even hit subscribe. It's just easier. Like, I subscribe to all my favorite YouTubers because it's just easier that way. You don't have to think about it when they post a video. If you ding the bell, boop, it'll be right there for you, so you don't have to remember. Ro explains everything on that video. Thanks, sweetie. I didn't know Google Alerts existed before you mentioned it. Yay, that makes me so happy that I helped you. Do you just look up the code that they're charged with? Yeah, and like what it's called. So Adams, the law, like 924C, is also called like the federal firearm statute. So read his paperwork, look up the code, ask him. Oh, thank you for watching it again. Right row. What's 3 videos back? Yes, thank you, sweetheart. I just love you guys. Okay, for real, you guys, I'm gonna go. I love you. Keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey. Really quick, I'm interrupting myself. Since I just said I'm gonna do more lives throughout December for you guys to go along with like Vlogmas, please let me know. I'll post a question in the communities. Topics that or questions that you have that you want me to talk about on those extra lives throughout December, because I want to make them worthwhile for you. Okay, keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer to it all being behind you. Lots of love from my heart to yours, Adam's heart to all of yours. You're one day closer, and so am I, to it all being over. Happy Thanksgiving. Lots of love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.